what's up, guys? Welcome back to Esk8Exchange, a show where we talk about MBoards, Esk8, Esk8Con, really just the electric skateboard industry as a whole. And as usual, actually, back.
He's back. Hi.
James is back.
Hey.
James took a week off.
Yeah. Well, we needed Joe in here to kind of cover a couple things, bro. And I can't cover that because that ain't my job, bro. It's not what I get paid to do. So who else better than the man who does the job?
Yep. Yeah. And then, of course, we got Jacob. He is the normal. He's very steady.
Been here for fucking 8 months
for
now
a while.
or some shit.
I left my sweat spot.
He was here 2 changes ago. Remember? Because we've gone through 2 studio changes. 3.
Have we? 2
or 3 because we used to be in the other room.
Yep.
And then we switched that up, changed the way that looked, and then we moved in here.
It's true. Yeah. Yes, you're right. The very first episode was in the room over there, and it was just around a table.
Yep.
And that may have been that way for a couple episodes.
Yeah, because Jacob wasn't even in those yet.
It was Ali.
Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
And then
he was fun to have on.
Yeah, he's a good talker.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. So and then we made a real set over there. We realized that was too small, so now we're back. Now we're over here.
I think we should redo it again soon.
After
Christmas, you know.
Something. I really want to get a couple like Interstellars up here on the back side, but they're selling like hotcakes, bro, and we can't put one up on the wall because y'all motherfuckers keep buying them. So
so last we spoke, we talked about the Interstellar, and we sold all 9 of our first little batch.
Bam.
So Black Friday, boom, all 9 of them.
Number 10 is right there.
Number 10's on the floor. That's ours.
She's staying in house. Yeah.
But she's gone. So now the good news is though, if you still want one, you should definitely grab one because they're shipping early January.
Right.
We just can't promise before Christmas at this point.
Y'all. Like, come on.
We are knee deep in batteries. We're
waist deep in batteries.
Yeah. That's
shoulder deep in boards.
Like shoulder deep in boards and batteries.
I'm about up to here and everything
boards
else.
And batteries, bro. It's
so dealing with these crazy.
Yeah, it ain't easy dealing with us
crazy guys.
So and then to make things crazier is we did a lot of Esk8Con work in the last week. What a fucking week. I'll say it. What a fucking couple weeks, bro, for Esk8Con.
Thank you, guys.
Good Lord.
Seriously.
So, yes.
Thank you, guys.
So if you're not following the Esk8Con thing, first off, you should definitely follow us on Instagram. That's where we release all of our important information. We put statements out. That's where all the updates are. That bleeds into Facebook too, but Instagram is certainly where you want to be for Esk8Con. So in case you don't know, we released tickets for general admission and for the race. We sold 100 race slots on Cyber Monday in like 48 hours.
Less than I think it was like a couple hours less than.
And
I freaked out about it.
Absolutely wild. Like we did not expect that at all. Like they sold immediately.
Right.
Did not wild.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. Like it was insane how fast they sold.
Thank you. Like seriously.
So now we currently actively have a wait list. And as people drop out, which they do, we'll start slowly going through the wait list. But what's wild is also that happened. Also, we announced that we weren't doing EUCs this year, and the internet about shit their fucking pants.
Yeah, they
it's
didn't
like breaking the Esk8 internet. It seemed like
they
on
did
every
not
social
we
media
broke
channel.
we broke Esk8 internet twice in 1 week. One with the Interstellar. I feel like that one.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. And then the second time with Esk8Con, with the EUCs and the race entries and all that, like twice in 1 week, we were like the thing that everyone was talking about, which awesome.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
Awesome. That's pretty cool.
It's definitely a change in the right. It's a step in the right direction for sure.
And I think it's worth noting, like there is a reason. It wasn't just we decided. Like we have always had a plan that the exhibition portion of the convention was going to be something fun, something different.
Oh yeah.
Last year there was actually one that we kind of forgot about. We were going to get all the YouTubers on the penny boards. And we just got so bogged down and we were just like I don't even know if we told them. We had the boards in the truck.
Yep, they were all loaded up.
I think they all made it back. We had them charged. We had them ready to go. And it would have been fun. That would have been the exhibition.
Right.
We would actually had 2 of them last year. So we throw in the EUC race also. Great entertainment.
And it was free.
Right. It was totally free. We barely got
the 15. I think it was 15.
Yeah, it was like we were scrambling to make sure we got everybody. So it did make it it was a pretty unfair race, I would say. There were some slower, and then very fast.
Yeah.
But year one,
fucking had Mario
we also
over there,
had
dude.
2. We did one-wheel race And we did the summer boards,
race.
which
that
the summer board race was hilarious with
awesome,
TJ in the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Did he wear it when he raced?
No, he didn't wear it when he
did
raced.
It after.
But him and Cole were battling pretty tough, dude. And it was crazy to watch them race because the way they ride those boards, they got us flip around and do 360s and go around corners backwards.
Everybody was enjoying it. Everybody
cool.
got to see those boards and say, "Wow, that's something different," right? So year 3. Guess what? We're doing something different. And this one's pretty cool, too.
You would have thought we killed a dog on the internet, dude. You would have thought that's what we did.
Like, the devil came out.
Oh, my God. Like, first off, it's hard for me to understand. It's Esk8Con. Why that means we are, like, required to include any other PEV is mind-blowing to me. We're not required to do shit. Like, that's part of it.
Right.
Like and I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm trying to be like, anyways, it just didn't make sense how like a lot of the EUC people are like, yeah, that makes, it's fine. It makes sense. Like it's Esk8Con. And then the other half of the EUC guys were like completely up in arms, felt like they were backstabbed, all this shit. And I'm just like, what makes us throwing you guys a bone and being part of the exhibition race last year means that you are entitled to any track time this year? I didn't understand that at all. Race time.
Open for track.
Oh, of course.
It's still an open
track.
Still
There
an
is
open event.
this year. Also, by the way, it's officially a 3-day event. So this year it'll be
next year.
well over. Sorry, I say this year like this
right because we keep saying last year and we talk about this year and
third
we like
annual
about
whatever. The third annual event will be a 3-day event, and there will be over 12 hours of
open track
time between the 3 days. So tons of time.
Right.
You could literally spend 12 full hours on the track if you wanted to.
That's a lot.
And then there's 100 people that will be spending the other 12 hours basically on the track racing. So it's like they're getting potentially double time.
So
it's just wild.
I guess I'll explain the UC decision. Like the big issue was we limited our race to 90 racers last year because we had an exhibition race planned. We also, another thing that people just like they don't either pay attention to what I've said it 100 times, or they just don't get it. I don't know. We are obligated to give the vendors and the general admission people at least 51% of the allotted track time.
I hate to say it, but they're priority.
They are priority. Open track and demos are 100% priority over the race.
They are the ones that keep this event going.
Yes, without the vendors, there would not be enough money to get the race, to get the venue, to get the track, so they are a priority. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I love the race.
You have fans there watching. Like when we finished those races and the guys were getting mobbed at the finish line. Where else is that happening?
Right.
Yeah. You call your event PEV, whatever. But when you do that and you spread it 10 different ways, the presence gets watered down.
So
it's watered down.
So the main thing is we have to keep 51% of the track time open for demos. That's the main reason the vendors show up. Ride their boards, test their boards, figure out which board you want to buy next. That's the point of Esk8Con for the companies. That's why they show up. So 51% of the time of the track time goes to them. The other 49% is open for whatever we want to do with it, right?
Racing, exhibition. Clean up the track.
Like, that's part of it, honestly. Yeah, keeping the track clean and maintained. That, unfortunately, goes into that 49%. So this last year, second event, year two, we had 90 racers available and our exhibition. We got a lot of criticisms because why did we limit it to 90 e-skaters and then also give the track to EUCs?
Right.
Part of
albeit it's only 15 minutes.
The criticism was a little, I feel like, not very well thought out because the exhibition race for EUC, 3.5 minutes long.
Right.
Actually, no, 5.5 minutes, right?
And even to like set
laps.
up and everything, maybe
so
let's
call it 15 minutes.
And again, it's entertainment.
It's entertainment. It's just fun, right?
It's an event.
So like part of me feels like we still have time for an EUC race, but the other part of me feels like, no, we should use every minute for e-skate this year or a different exhibition race.
Again, we're trying to give other opportunities. We want to highlight maybe something else. That's our decision because we think it's cool. Like we've taken, advice. We've listened to people and their, ideas, and it's like, okay, we've heard some cool ideas. We now have year 4, 5, 6, 7,
and so on.
Where we're like, all right, well, we didn't do this last year. What about this one?
Right. Maybe we'll do EUCs again in 2025.
We hear a lot of like people want jumps and ramps. So I'm like, okay, if we can make it where it's portable, we can take it off the track and then get a company like Trampa and Apex and these guys making mountain boards to show up.
Right.
Okay, now we can attract a whole new batch of vendors, a whole new batch of boards, different types of riders. That would be cool. But again, there's just the planning and there's things that go into that.
So one of the issue, like, so the main issue is track time. We only have so many, hours in the day. There's only so many hours allotted to race time. So this year, to try to help with that, we're doing 3 days.
Yeah.
And when I announced that, you would have thought I killed the second dog on the internet.
Scheiße.
So far, the vast majority of everybody is super stoked. It's 3 days. All the vendors are happy it's 3 days. First off, we're making it a third day. I'm paying for the venue for a third day, and I'm not charging any extra. Let's just keep that out. Put that out there,
dude.
Yeah, pat myself on the back. No, I'm just kidding. We were already
it's the right thing to do. We had already said it was 5 through 7. We were mulling over how that was really going to work.
Right. We figured, you know what, we'll do like originally we were planning on a pre Esk8Con open track night for like 2 hours from like 7 to 9 p.m. or something for Friday. People who could show up if they wanted to, if they didn't have to, whatever. But then like when we sold our race tickets in 2 days, and now we've got a lot of vendors like knocking on our door right now.
Yeah.
We were like, oh shit, maybe we should have just went full 3 days originally. So now we changed it to full 3 days. Again, like I would say 90% of the people I've talked to, probably more, are happy about that decision. What the funniest part is, the ones that are the most upset about it are like the professional racers.
Yeah. The
real racing crowd. I'm like, I don't know, guys. If the novice guys can just like go with the flow, you guys have to as well. Like, I mean, you guys are serious racers. You guys got to figure it out. I don't know what to say.
It's very serious, but I make a lot of comparisons to like MotoGP and F1.
Yep.
Right. So you get, multiple days to practice, but then on one day you qualify, and there is no like go out ahead and like they give you allotted times, and that's all you have. You don't get to just ride your bike as much as you want.
Yep.
So even on race day, they warm up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, terrible track conditions,
right?
And then go out at race at 3 o'clock when it's hot out. So they've set everything up for the morning. Like that is professional racing,
right?
You sit around and wait a freaking
sit
lot.
Around and wait
You sit around and wait, and
that's part of it.
That's how it goes. So we'd love to just spit everybody out, but when the schedule comes out, it will make sense.
Yeah,
you will look at it and go, okay, I get why we needed 3 days. I get why they did things a certain way. And
yes,
I don't think we'll have it out within the next 24 hours or even
probably
when this comes out, but
potentially not. So again, you should definitely reach out. You should follow us on Instagram.
I think we'll try to get it before Christmas. Maybe.
I think our schedule is pretty much done. It just needs to be formatted and posted on Instagram nicely. It's all handwritten right now.
Yeah.
But we'll get it out as soon as we can. If it's not out yet, then follow us on Instagram.
We have some other things to announce too.
I mean, the general gist of it though is Friday is qualifiers. We've got heats on Saturday. We've got more heats Sunday and finals on Sunday.
Correct.
So yeah, it's 3 days of racing, and I understand that being race ready for 3 days is a lot, but this is the race of the year.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Last year by what was it, 2 o'clock? Racing was done.
Yeah,
like 3 o'clock. So like we're making these 3 full days.
Yeah,
please come for 3
and
full
also
days.
I felt like last year the racers were like nonstop the whole time. They had to be ready. There was no downtime, and I just felt like that was not a way of also trying to enjoy an event. It was stressful on the staff.
Yeah,
it was stressful on a lot of the racers.
Well, we lost a racer. We lost Redbeard because his board broke down
and had no time to fix it.
All of his shit, and he had to help with the races and stuff like that. So it's like, and man, it's fun as fuck to watch him race, bro.
And you know what's the funniest thing is
he's not gonna be racing.
I got a message.
Dude.
I got a message, and it was one of the better racers, I guess. I don't even know who it was. They were like, when we announced our third day, they're like, "This is ridiculous. You just need to get a bigger venue. Just get a bigger venue."
Sure. Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. Let me just get a bigger venue.
Oh, okay, dude. Yeah.
I feel like also
quick.
another.
What is the bigger venue?
Yeah. Where?
Please point it. What are we going to do
towards
with
another venue?
It's not about the size of the venue.
No,
it's about the time.
Right.
It's simply the time. If we had a bigger venue, our track goes from, I'm going to say it's just shy of a quarter mile Okay,
I
now
think
we
last
make
year was
it,
a third of a mile.
What if we make it a mile? And now our lap times are longer.
Yeah.
Right.
The laps, we still have to do 3 to 5
Mind
laps.
you, I guess you could fit more racers on the track at once, but we're not a big fan of that,
There's less
though.
passing. There's less racing. Then it just becomes who's got the fastest.
And that's what
these short little spurts on our track.
This track's supposed to be a tight track.
You got to have balls to hit the throttle and be ready to slam on the brakes. There's no coasting through corners. Like these dudes were hitting corners hard. Dudes and ladies, excuse me. They were hitting corners very hard at high speeds.
Right.
That's racing.
Yeah.
We'll give more opportunities for passing, but you shouldn't rely on passing on a straightaway.
Right.
You should be passing people in corners. And if you're scared to pass somebody in a corner, you're
not as good as a racer.
You're not as good. You're not as good of a racer.
Coming into a corner, coming out of a corner, there's so many passing opportunities, bro.
Right.
So what I will say is the venue we have, it's not the biggest, but it's one of the ones. It's crazy, but it's one of the ones that provides us the most freedom.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a bigger venue. We could call up tomorrow, but guess what? Your dollar concessions gone. They will not let us do that because they'll make you buy
a ham and cheese sandwich
$10,
for
$12 sandwiches that suck.
And you guys
are
going to be pissed at us.
And then if
you want to
cannot control that.
And then if you want to go instead of what was it like 5 minutes down the street to get a piece of pizza or anything, now you can't do that at the other location. Fucking now you got to drive for 10 minutes to get.
So it's a bigger space. But with bigger spaces come other things.
Right.
Like we've looked at one that's on the strip.
Yeah.
But like, what are you just going to be riding in and out from the strip? Like, we're going to have chaos with people right outside.
I don't think people understand how valuable the Llama Lot is for a lot of us. Downtown is so skatable. Like, so many people who come, like I would say 80% of the people from out of town stay downtown, and it is so nice.
Minimal traffic, bike lanes
minimal
everywhere.
Traffic. The roads are nice. There's bike lanes. You could skate anywhere. You can
watch
go
out
get
for
dinner.
Homeless people.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
But like,
the
there's
thing.
artwork, everything. It's
so nice,
and it really is. It's two different cities. It's downtown Vegas. So when you hear somebody say downtown, that is not the strip.
That is not the strip.
The strip is the strip. The strip is actually in Paradise, Nevada. It's not even technically part of Las Vegas.
It's true. That is
it's
true.
It's its own little city. So when we talk downtown Vegas, this is Las Vegas.
This is like old
downtown.
It's like the old,
with mixed in some new. The Circa Hotel has gotten Hotel of the Year for 2 years in a row. Like
shout out to the Nugget.
Yeah. Oh, the Nug.
The Nugget.
There's cool places down there. There's good food. Like that's where we get everything packaged into one.
Right.
You know. Sorry, the space is only so big, but it's an exclusive event, y'all.
I think motherfuckers stop complaining.
Right,
Shut up,
man.
dude.
I think everybody wants to see this event grow. I think the natural next step was to make it a third day.
Right.
Now, I think our next step for 2025 will be 3 days and 2 tracks. One that's always open and one that is only for racing.
Right.
So we can completely stack a racing schedule the entire 3 days.
Chill everything down a little bit.
We could still chill things down even more if we wanted to. We can accommodate even more racers. It'll be
probably
great.
A little bigger, a little longer track for the guys racing, but still you will be racing.
And
it's never going to be a 200-foot long straight where you can go 60 miles an hour. That's unsafe.
Right.
We will not do it.
No.
Racetracks, AVS does a great job.
That's a good long course.
But
I feel like
they have safety measures. They've got runoff areas.
Yep.
You know, and they have very strict rules with the gear you're wearing, all of that. And so you see, the good guys go there, don't get me wrong, but like there's only 15 people, 20 people that show up for each class. We're just racing the same guys over and over.
Right.
So
I think Esk8Con is proving to be very inclusive as far as racing goes. The track's not like the AVS track. It's cool. It's intimidating.
It's a little bit intimidating.
It's intimidating. Because personally, I'm not gonna race no matter what, but I would feel more comfortable racing at Esk8Con just because I'm not hitting those crazy top speeds.
I still love that go-kart track before the wind blew. I had a freaking blast.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
That thing was fun. Your legs were just shot, but you could do 20 laps.
Talk about it was a little sketchy though. Like if you think about it though, the rail around the side, that steel rail, that was sketchy.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have done that.
Well,
I'm going to be straight up. We probably should have done that.
I did like drifting. Like I could feel the tail drifting. I'm like, James, watch this. I'm drifting. And he's like, good job, bro. Like went like an inch. I'm like, no. Look at watch.
That was fun, bro. That was a good year.
Cool. The dudes were cool that worked there. Like,
I'm just glad everything worked out that year.
I will say this will probably be our last year at Llama Lot. I do think we'll have grown past.
We might flip it. This Llama Lot might become Plan B. I think it's always an option for us. Like,
and you know what? They've been really nice to work with. I'll be straight up. Like, it's like a
if
nonprofit.
They repave that place. Oh man, we'd have to.
Well, I'd be scared. I don't want them to mess with it right now.
No, it's perfect.
Because if they repave it right now, sometimes the new pavement sucks.
It does. It sucks for a couple months.
Good smooth stuff.
Yeah. So I hope they don't mess with it for at least until after we're done. Yeah. Knock on wood, they don't repave anything.
Dang it! Why did I do that?
That may be something that we need to put in our contract. That is not to be repaved without.
Right.
Let's do it. Okay.
Dallas said
put my foot down.
Dallas said some funny shit to me the other day. He goes, year 1, man, I hope people show up. Year 2, it'd be cool if a lot of people showed up. Year 3, oh fuck.
Yeah. I saw that too. That was a good one.
Yeah, and it's true, and we are kind of shitting a little bit because it's getting to be really big, and it's exciting. But like, there's a lot of logistics, and everybody's got their opinion. The logistics that go on, I can't even begin to explain. Like, the restrictions and the permitting and the insurances and the timing and this and that and what the vendors need and want and the power situation and like
there's a lot of layers to it and
a lot of layers,
dude.
And it's really just you and I doing the logistics stuff.
Right.
The guys help us with all of the freaking ideas,
manpower and the ideas.
We run everything through them before we ever make a decision. But it's like we're the ones constantly communicating, and there's no team here. There's no one person that does this all day. This is like, okay, Mike, at 9:30 to 9:55, we're going to send Esk8Con emails. And then at 9:56, we're moving on to this project. Like, that's a lot of the times how our
all while
goes.
we have to still run MBoards. We have customers there that deserve our time and attention too. But what I will say, 3 days event allows us to add more racers. We have not figured out how many, but it will be more than 100 this time. If you're on the wait list, you have a very good chance at getting a ticket. That's all I'll say.
So get on the wait list, yo.
Yeah. Being on the wait list is huge.
That's at this point the only way.
We're not coming off of the. You're not going to get a ticket unless you're on the wait list.
Right, and if look, we're not going to do any reselling of tickets, so it's simply we will give you a refund, no problem. And and if you say this is going to this guy, I don't even know. Like,
I can tell you this: if we see race tickets being sold at more than face value, for sure it'll be canceled, and we will take it back and we'll put it and give it to,
because we have names at this point on all the racers have names, and that's how we're putting our information in now. Like, we need to do stuff now, so when we start getting new people,
and when they buy that race ticket online, they've signed the liability waiver, so you cannot be buying tickets and just selling them off for other people, because when
we
don't
do that.
buy it online, you don't sign the waiver, and
we'll give you a full refund.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just all bad. Like, just don't do that. Fucking
So another big thing people were talking about are the Esk8Con trading cards coming back, and we absolutely will. So I don't know if anyone's seen this, but I've got a full, like, an entire master copy of all the holo cards that I bought for just to have a copy of them.
And this was actually a really good idea.
Here's a fun thing: the rarest card of them all is Jacob's wife's card. I accidentally only uploaded her card to the holo set, and it never made it into the general regular kit.
So how many are there?
There is literally this one and one other of Christina out there.
I don't think we have it.
Tiny have it? Tiny.
Maddie thinks you should have it.
Okay, I'll look.
If not, then it is out there somewhere, and that is the rarest card.
Christina
Creepers
is the rarest card out there.
I'm just kidding. That was funny. Yeah, I do remember that. And you know what? She sort of was got a little famous from year 1 also, because of that funny ass meme they did.
Yeah.
How did that one go? She was like,
"Hey, Mike,"
something about it being slick.
Yeah, something like that. She was like, we were talking about something totally separate.
Yeah, and it was her whispering in your ear or something.
That was our first beam. Our beam.
Hey, Mike, people are saying the track is getting slick or some shit.
Yeah, it was something like that. I love the Esk8Con memes, dude. Like, my favorite one so far this year is
we got a good one.
Is the Pikachu, the Pikachu like shocked like meme about the EUC riders not being able to race at Esk8Con, an event called Esk8Con. I thought it was kind of funny. So I feel like our show's not super long today, but it's just like all the details. Like, so if you are making your schedule, make sure you're here by Friday. Like, the event starts Friday.
The official event, right? But again, we'll
have
a
stuff
group
earlier.
Ride. We'll have a group ride for sure Wednesday.
Yep.
I'm anticipating people being here before then. Unfortunately, we will be very busy. So it'll be all unofficial, ask us maybe where's a good place to ride. We'll suggest a few trails.
Right.
Maybe we'll be able to put something up. But honestly, we start Wednesday night with the downtown bike ride. Gives you kind of a first taste. It's a slow cruise.
Yep, it's a lot of fun.
You get to meet everybody. You get to shoot the shit. Have fun. Thursday, we have to do it, but we're gonna go to Red Rock.
Yep.
So, and that'll be like a noon start.
Yep.
So that way it's not quite as cold as it was last year.
We got to beat the sun going down.
We have to get a permit to go there this
yes,
year
we
because
do.
I think we could have over
given that
people.
we are actually given the permit, it's certainly possible they say, no.
Right.
They can still
and then we
I don't know if
go,
they're going to ask for a real number, because if they do, I'm going to have to tell them
100-ish.
And they might say, you've lost your mind.
Right.
Like that might just get shut down.
Right.
We're going to get on that early.
Yeah.
If we don't,
we'll find something
plenty
else.
of backups.
Yeah, me and Jacob are going to go sweet talk the lady in there. Her name is Rhonda, so we're excited. We're going to say hi.
We can always hit the wetlands, which we know is cool. That one is just hard with a group ride because you get so spaced.
Yep.
But at the same time,
and you got the cracks out there.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I haven't been out there in a while. How do you?
I'm
You've been
over
out.
it.
You guys went and rode out.
We've
there.
ridden that one
section
so many times.
Yeah,
so
like,
I feel like we've ridden it now.
Yeah,
Red Rock
we've
doesn't
ridden
get
it,
old.
bro.
There's the Adventures Loop Trail, but that one's 36
so long,
miles.
yeah.
And
That's a long one.
And you get out to a place, like a couple places, there's nobody around.
I would rather just tell people, look, go downtown and find the Berlin Bar and just skate from there.
Yeah, just
start heading south, and once you've passed the Stratosphere, turn left or turn right, and kind of just fucking skate back, dude. Because there's so much good city skating through there. It's a lot of fun.
So one thing to clarify too is we posted when we posted our 3-day event schedule, when we said that qualifiers were Friday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Oh yeah.
They got like so specific on the morning part, and I was just like, oh shit, sorry guys.
I might have to.
I'm like 11 a.m. is morning. Also, everyone
Yeah.
was talking like it was gonna be 6 a.m. I'm like,
There's people
guys,
coming from Australia,
yeah,
England.
I don't know, man.
And I feel like some of those came from people in
China,
California,
like-
where I'm like, bro, it's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
What?
4 hours,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
3-4 hours. I don't know.
Why aren't
Jacob
you
makes
coming
it-
the night
We've
before?
seen Jacob make it there in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And
Oh
95
my
miles
Also,
an hour
also
is
for the record,
top.
there's 118 days before, like, as the time of this episode is being released. There's 118 days until Esk8Con. I feel like there's plenty of time to like figure out your 1 day off. I don't know, like
one extra day.
It's 1 extra day, so I don't know. I understand that it's hard. Like maybe you have to have a hotel for one more night. I understand that, but like the race is getting really serious, so I feel like we all have to be serious about it.
Cots in here or something, like rent out beds.
Rent out a tent at the Esk8.
Yeah,
You can sleep on the track.
Yeah, and for the people that aren't complaining, maybe if you didn't complain so much, you could hit up somebody and be like, "Hey, can I crash at your place for like one night, and then I'll get into my place?" But
people,
chances are you complain so much, people don't like you.
People are they're just resistant to change.
Yeah.
They're just resistant to change. They had it's not even that. They had what they thought was their idea of what was happening, and then we changed it, and then we're like, oh,
God forbid we make it better.
I didn't plan for that. And I agree. I think it's a better move. So, and again, all I can say is as long as each decision pleases 51% of people, it's the best decision we can make.
I mean, we changed it within like a week. It's not like we
not
announced
like we're 2
it and
weeks away
waited
from the
months
event.
and then said,
that's
crap.
the thing is it's like we
did
sold
it right away.
100 tickets, and then within a week,
It was Friday, I think we had already announced, didn't we?
Yeah,
we finished on Wednesday, and I think
I
somebody
think
will check it. But
I think it was within 7 days. We came out and said, you know what? Holy shit, guys, we sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
Let's go 3 days.
Yep.
And so far, everyone's been chill. Or not everyone. The vast majority of people have been happy about it, or chill about it, or understand that it might be challenging, but they have 4 months figured out, and they're not worried about it. They're just excited to see the event. So it is what it is. I'm excited. I know the vendors are happy about it.
The
because
vendors
it's just
are
an extra
excited.
day for them to get their products out there.
value for that dollar.
Yeah, it's a better value, I would say, for sure.
Yeah,
So
really
I'm excited. So far, we've got a handful of confirmations. Let me pull that up really quick.
Oh,
We haven't even sent out.
I have barely even pushed many buttons yet.
We've sent like 10, and I think we have 5 or 6 confirmed.
We've got MBoards with board bumpers and Gecko Derm.
Yeah.
We've got Hoyt, of course, and Metro Board. They kind of come in as a pair.
Big dogs.
We've got Kindboard from Colorado. Adam from Kindboard. He's coming. We've got Anzra, Fabian from good old
he's gonna have a
Switzerland.
big booth this year.
Yes, he's got a double
He's
this
throw
year.
Down.
Yeah, Antra is.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has like a DJ or like something cool.
I really
you know?
like Fabian, and Antra is like a good company, and they're making good products, and he's making a splash right now in the market, dude, for sure. He moves a lot of stuff, and it is watch out, Evolve. Antra's coming for that title.
He told me he's got some cool shit coming from next year
dude.
too. I don't know what it is, but.
We've also got Shockboard Systems again, which they were big fans from last time. And then we've got Shred Lights, Eric from Shred Lights, Mo over at Stooge Race Boards. And then recently this morning, I believe Esk8Ec just confirmed as well.
Okay.
So I have to double check.
What was it? We had one more, but
and then
we have people that are.
We've got some that are in the works.
Okay.
We've got a couple companies that, based on whether or not their visas are approved, will be showing up.
That's right.
So we've got a handful that are working through their visa process right now.
Yeah.
Some of these companies, they don't want to just send some random people to sit at their booth. They want to be there.
I think we got our first sponsor though too. So that'll be
yes. So yes, we will announce those on official channels. I don't want to. offhand say anything that's incorrect yet.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, we've got some good sponsors this year.
Shit's gonna be lit 2024, dude.
One more thing about the race, in case you just haven't picked up on yet, we have expanded the race from 3 classes to 4 classes.
Yep.
Right.
Last year, we felt like some of the sportsman guys got bumped to pro that probably didn't have much business racing in pro, and we just felt there was still a little bit of some gaps going on in the classification system. Like I know you James and Dallas ended up in pros. And I'll be frank, kind of got your asses kicked.
Yep, I got my ass handed to me, bro. I had
nothing
for those dudes.
And then same.
I was like, oh my god, don't kill James.
What do you mean, dude? I was scared to death.
And then same thing with the novices. Some of the better novices kind of accidentally made it into sportsmen, got their asses kicked.
That was a big class.
And it was a big class, right? So now what we said, you know what? Let's add one more. So we've got novice like normal. Then we've got sportsman.
I came up that maybe 3rd is pro and 4th is elite.
Ooh,
call them
we'll
elite. Really give them, put that.
So
that
3rd is advanced. I've already published this. I can't go back on it. Third is advanced and 4th is pro. And we'll leave pro as pro because I think everyone's just gotten used to it now. Yep. So now we've got in between sportsman and pro, we've got advanced. And I think that's a good middle ground.
Yep.
I really think so. I think the pro class will always be relatively smaller.
Right.
Probably 10, 12 dudes.
Maybe 15. We're thinking like...
You do still have to have sort of a knockout. So you start with maybe double that. And then it comes down to
a
smaller...
I was talking about the final.
Yeah. Finals
final will be like
10.
9 or 10 or something like that. Yeah. So at least on our track, that works.
Are we allowed to have favorites, dude, for the race?
You can be fans of people.
Should we... Do you think we could get
is
this in
Brady
like,
gonna take it year
like
3, bro? Or is
betting?
Mario
Could we get this at like Circa?
Dude, how
on
funny
this?
would it be?
That would be
Vegas,
awesome,
bro.
dude.
You know what? I've talked to Brady a bunch, and it's really hard not to be his fan. Honestly, I kind of fangirl over him because he is a fucking good racer. I'll say it.
I like watching Mario race.
And part of me, as like the race organizer in the event, I kind of like, I'd like to see somebody else.
Yeah.
But then I go down to like me personally. I'm like, I want to see Morgan get it again.
Dude.
I want to see Morgan get it again. I don't know. I'm such a fan of it. He's so nice. That's the problem. He's just so kind. So I just can't not.
We're trying to work with the guy based out of Australia is Taz Venturas. He's now the #1 T racer in the world.
Okay.
So like he's coming.
Oh.
And nobody else has raced against him in the U.S.
Right.
There's a couple other guys coming from Australia that nobody's raced against in the U.S. So there's going to be some fresh faces.
Up, bro.
There's like international people showing up.
Right.
And they're like, they are serious, bro. Yeah. They've been racing. They've been doing their own shit.
Here's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see Morgan, of course, towards the top. I'd love to see maybe his position changes a little bit through the heats.
Can fight for it.
So that way, and during the final, it's like, who is it going to be?
Yeah.
Like, keep some entertainment going, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of Morgan. So
Mario is getting even better. Dude.
Mario's a really cool guy too.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I like Mario too.
Rux is really stepping his game all the way up.
They're all putting in work too.
Yeah, man. The Cali dudes are just really
you know who's been ripping really good? Dallas, dude.
Dallas is killing it.
Oh my god,
he might actually make it into pro.
I bet you he will end up in pros this year and actually race well.
Yep.
Like not saying he didn't race well last year, but my point is
that's what I'm rooting for.
He's just, I feel like, advanced so much as a racer this year that I feel like he will actually do very well in the pros. So
And he's got a board that can handle that, bro. You know, like he has.
That's another thing that brings. I would like to rant.
Yeah,
on
let's
for a
talk about
minute.
it.
We get. I mean,
got time,
I swear
bro.
to God, yeah, we're only 34 minutes in. We got time.
Let's talk about it.
It's Friday.
Every week, I swear I have to talk somebody off the ledge because they're just like, it's not fair that the Stooge guys have the Stooge boards and they're so fast on them, and I have X, Y, and Z board,
And I have an Atlas 4-wheel
and
drive.
I'm just like,
On Nobbies.
first off,
Right.
Stooge is not some exclusive, club where you have to know someone to get a board. Mo would be happy to sell 10 times more boards than he sells.
Hell yeah, he would.
So hit him up, buy a Stooge board. But the whole point is it's based on time. You race to get your best time, to seat the highest on your own merit because you want to see your name at the top of the list.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you race. That's why you race quick. And it is what it is. If you're racing on an Interstellar, you probably won't beat anybody on a Stooge. Although you might if someone has just gotten their Stooge and isn't necessarily a great racer yet, and you're a phenomenal racer, you'll probably beat them on any board you're on, right? If you threw Morgan on any board, he's going to beat... Like if you take Morgan on a novice, if you take any novice and Morgan, and you switch their boards, Morgan's still going to win. Smoke him because it doesn't matter.
No.
Now, obviously, if you take Morgan and Mario and you put them on the incorrect boards, whoever's got the Stooge is going to win because that's where it
down to their own
That's where it
setup.
starts to matter, right?
They've built their own race board.
But the guys who are complaining are not the guys who are going to win.
No,
so far.
Because the reason why Morgan and Mari and all them choose that board is because that board can handle their skill.
That is where their skill level has progressed. That is the only board that can
handle it.
That can handle them.
That is so far proven it. I think this year we'll see some new ones. We have the Radium Mach 1 showing up. That
dude.
I don't know.
Do you think do you think the Mach 1 trucks can do anything about
I don't
know. But those tires, bro. Listen, their tires.
Yeah, their tires look cool, but
we got some tight
compared
turns.
to the Stooge
we got
tires,
some tight little turns. Like I just don't know enough about the board.
I don't know anything about the board. Honestly.
I don't know anything. It does sound like one will at least be there. Hopefully he's there as a vendor. We'd like. Come on, bring him. Let's bring something other folks might be able to ride.
And you know what? Those types of boards have over maybe some of the more consumer friendly boards is that they're so tunable. Right. Whereas Esk8Con, you want to tune your shit for torque,
right?
Because you want that fast acceleration, fast braking,
hard brakes. Yep.
When you're at AVS, you probably want to tune it for top speed because you got long stretches where you can hit your 50 miles an hour if you need to.
Right.
Here, you ain't doing that.
Stiff.
Like you're gonna hit 30 and then you need to hit
your board
slam
needs
on the
to be
brakes.
Loose and goosey to be able to like. There's still gonna be some turns
in
there,
which is so fun because that's like that's totally the racing thing. Like the different tracks, like whether you're on a short track or Talladega where it's massive, right? Yeah. It's just a different type of race, and that's like the best part about it.
You're watching the guys that get this big. Because they're so far away, and you're like,
but they're hitting like wild speeds, so it's like a totally different race.
Yeah, they're hitting 50 miles an hour.
They're totally a totally different
you got a good view from anywhere on this track. You can stand 300. Well, it wouldn't be 300, whatever it is. You can stand all around the outside. You can get any viewpoint you want. Right. We are trying to get some bleachers, maybe.
Yeah, we're trying to do bleachers, dude. Bleachers apparently are so expensive. Like, holy shit. I was like, oh, yeah, we'll get bleachers.
Oh, no, wait, hold on.
The little, like,
how much? $20,000 to have them for 3 days?
There's a three-rower that seats 15 people. It's $1,500 a day.
I know.
It's like, bro, you've lost your mind.
$4,500 for 15 people to sit down.
You're crazy.
Nope. I would rather buy people chairs, dude, than that.
We'll go to Walmart and get
That's the thing. I could buy everybody a lawn chair before I could rent a pair of bleachers.
And you can take it home.
And you can have it.
You can have it.
That's the crazy.
Maybe we'll do Esk8Con chairs.
Honestly,
idea.
Not the worst idea.
Right. Well, for like bleacher seats.
Yeah.
The cushy patio.
Oh yeah. So that's an interesting.
So yeah, we have to expand, right? We want more people
maximize the budget,
right? And like we understand there's some downtime. You want to sit down to eat. Like we had tables in the cover last year, and it worked, but they were very underutilized. I really didn't see them being used that much, and like. I had a couple of those high tops inside of those gnarly turns, and I'm like, that's a great viewing point. That place was bone dry all weekend. I was like, what are y'all doing? But it is what it is. So we're trying to just help grow that way. You know, people will drive by and see stands. Like, what is that? What's going on here? That's what we're continuing to try to drum up.
Yep. And I think this year too, we're gonna have to really put emphasis on where 100 to 100 plus whatever it ends up being. racers are going to charge their shit. Like there are a lot of outlets out there.
They're almost on every pole.
A lot of them are not accessible because they're inside the race.
Yeah, and yes, exactly. Most of the vendors need most of them as well.
So the good news is the vendors they need a little bit of power to charge their boards, but they're not throwing down a
we can almost run all of the vendors off of like one power strip.
They're not really charging anything super crazy. No. Even at all. Like some of them are just topping up on their 2-3 amp chargers.
We didn't
not a big
charge
deal.
the Endurances all weekend.
No, we didn't charge. We didn't even bother running power.
No, I think we had to charge one because Devin was fucking trying to kill one, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I need some juice."
No, we still didn't.
Oh, okay.
We didn't even have a charger there.
No, we didn't. We never had power run to our booth the whole weekend. So
I'm excited for our booth next year though because it's gonna be nice.
Yes, yeah, we're trying to make our booth really nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. It'll be a cool little
music and lights, bro, and a TV.
Miss Monique.
Yeah,
can we get her in her green hair?
Yes, dude. We will have Miss Monique there.
That's another thing we're striving for is like a really nice timing system and like a big old TV screen with like the times laid out, the scheduling, like live results, like that stuff. That's something that I think is essential to really push our sport to like more official, like
it'd be kind of cool too. Like if Amped is doing a live broadcast where we had it, also up. So like, hey man, you can see yourself. See, like,
there you go.
It's just more exposure while we're there. Everybody that is around, they can know what's going on.
That was one thing that we dropped the ball on a little bit this year was communication of what time things was happening.
Yeah, like I think this year we will have a posted schedule, and like again, we've pretty much, as far as I know, finalized our track schedule. So the track will have. And the event itself will have an hour-by-hour schedule, so everyone knows, okay, I can go take a shit right now because I have 15 minutes where nothing's happening. Perfect.
And that'll be posted.
I have an hour. I'm going to go skate to the local deli and grab a sandwich. Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Gotta go skate down to the smoke shop.
Whatever.
All sorts of shit, dude.
Like we have to do those times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have
we
to.
can't just
and those will be posted all over Esk8Con.
Like we have to stick to those. So
we have to stop.
Where please respect the staff that is trying to do their job because if they fail and every 15 minutes that gets missed here and there, it all adds up. And by the end of the day,
we can't
have those gates open like. We can't just say, "Oh, we'll just stay here until we're done."
No,
we're not going to do that.
The sun goes down.
The sun
eventually.
goes down, and so does the event. Like we have night activities that are like
part
of the event still goes on. So we can't just do that. We know people have to leave on Sunday, so we can't just take our sweet ass time. Like this will be a damn near rain, wind, or shine. If it's windy, like we're rolling, y'all. Like we are not going to wait around.
We're rolling, y'all.
We just kind of take the gamble on the rain. Is what it is.
Listen, it rains.
If it rains,
4 days out of the year,
we're all out there. I'm going to be out there in my tent,
and it's only going to rain for 7 minutes.
And you know what? It'll rain for 7 minutes, and it'll
dry
be what it'll be.
Put some brooms and some blow dryers on the track, and if everything else is wet and the track is dry, we rolling. That's the only thing we need dry.
Yep.
And it'll be fine. It barely rains here.
No.
So, anyways, it's an interesting. Everything this year so far is just going to be amped up. Like everything will be a little more refined. Not much will be different. Like it'll pretty much be the same event. It'll just be hopefully a little higher quality. Like I'm really excited about our track this year.
Level up.
Oh man, our track's so nice this year.
Nice barriers.
There'll be no sand everywhere. We won't have to build it.
They might have some rubber marks on them, but that's okay.
Rubber.
We won't have to do hay this year, dude. My hay budget last year,
right? You
way more than I thought. Dude.
You were a little.
Oh my god! Well, because I gave them back.
I know,
and they still cost me that much money.
Dude, it was crazy.
It was thousands of dollars in hay, and I gave the hay back.
Borrowing hay, dude. You paid thousands of dollars to borrow hay.
Hay for 2 days,
and then clean up the hay that you borrowed because they wouldn't unload it or clean it up or nothing.
Insane.
We threw those hay bales like 5 or 6 times.
Disrespected them, bro. That was so much.
I was so tired after doing that.
Yeah, so that's.
I'm allergic to hay from that,
dude. There was hay in my father-in-law's truck for months after that. Months.
God bless John's heart in his truck because that would have sucked for us to have to lug that shit, dude, with no truck. That truck came in. Dude. I say we get John on the track on the Harley. That'll be the exhibition race.
He did right. He took his Harley around the track.
I heard it happen, and I looked around. I was like, "What the fuck? Oh shit! It's John. He's in
his big full,
hitting like
you know we should do
too, bro. I was like,
we
all right,
should have him do it and post his track time.
I know.
And if you don't beat John on his Harley,
Right, dude?
you do not get a race ticket next year, bro.
You have to wear a tutu around the track, bro.
Imagine a couple of people like racing John, bro. That would be madness.
Oh my god.
So in softball, when you strike out, you have to wear a tutu for the rest of the game until you hit the ball again.
Okay.
So I think anybody who posts just like a real shit race time, qualifier time, has to wear a tutu until.
Speaking of something like that, weren't you guys talking about a certain award that may or may not be presented for Esk8Con 2024?
Well, there's a bunch
award
of
for what?
Innovation award or some shit.
Yeah,
like that?
I think we mentioned
have
this.
a bunch of
I think we mentioned it a couple episodes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do an Esk8Con like innovation award where it's like somebody like some product. It doesn't have to be a board, but some product that's actually innovative.
Mhm.
It's not
and
just a
there
new
at Esk8Con.
and there. It has to be their real life in like they produced it. It's there. Like
we're gonna have like a raffle table set up. There will be X amount of pieces of paper, and we'll probably have to hand pick 10 of them, let's say, and you just fucking drop it in a box. This is the one you choose, and by the end,
sort of voting,
some sort of vote, and that way it gives you all weekend. And by maybe Saturday afternoon, you should have seen everything.
Right.
You can do the drawing, and there's a couple cool things.
Yeah,
like,
and
trying to make this better.
I think we will be
fun.
we will be like retroactively giving 2023's award to Shockboard Systems. I already talked to him about it. He already knows about it. We've mentioned it before. Yeah. His system was actually the most innovative, I feel like, in a long time thing there.
Yep.
Because we're not going to give it to someone that's like, oh, this is our take on RKPs. This like our trucks, nothing special about them, right?
No.
They're just packaged differently. That's not necessarily innovation, right?
Right.
It's something that's like legit.
Now that
like
may
that's
go under
new,
like
that's
a
different.
product of the year or something. You know, like people's choice for a product. Okay, like we'll let the business owners submit, and then same thing. Like if they don't submit anything, like
that's a good idea. So should we have the actual company submit for it?
Yeah, like pick one product,
and
just one,
submit it,
and
we'll put it on a table.
We'll call it the People's Choice Product of the Year, and then we have Innovator of the Year, which is going to be chosen again by this, but we'll handpick the items in that time. And then they'll vote.
I think so.
So
I think that's cool.
Cool.
Okay, that's cool because we could walk the expo or the convention all day Friday, all day Saturday,
test it,
figure out what's going on, and then by Sunday we can have our
it'll all be tallied up.
It'll all be there, and we can actually have people vote on Sunday, and we'll give the award on Sunday.
Yeah,
that's cool.
What else is really cool is that people are really trying to show up and win Super Squad.
I know.
Like, motherfuckers are buying jerseys.
Our board's on the way back.
Dude.
Here's the oh, is it? Yeah, we got to engrave it.
Yeah, and they were repping that board super tough.
Yeah, they took it everywhere. That was the epitome of what we wanted that thing to be.
That is like the Stanley Cup, dude. You take that with you, you party with it, you hang it up in your house for a while.
Just try not to completely break it.
So
and don't ride it.
Here's the cheat code on how you win that. You bring every goddamn person in your Esk8 group with you. Everyone. Everyone in your town.
It's got to be known. It's got to be known.
Got to be known that they're together.
Like
jersey up somehow and have impeccable sportsmanship.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah.
And that's NC Esk8. They had it. They had it all, dude. They had the jerseys. They had a bunch of them, and they were all super chill.
Yeah, dude. They had their own little
if you come out,
and everything, bro.
You got 500 people with you, but you're all dicks. You're not winning the award.
Yes. Nope. Thank you, Mike.
Sorry.
Dude,
you're not winning.
Dropping bombs on the podcast.
Dude. Sorry, dude.
I like that. That's real, though.
Because seriously, if there's a group of 20 guys and they're all super cool, they're getting the award over the group of 100 that are all just asses.
Yeah.
Right?
It's about the quality with the quantity.
Yeah. And that's...
But if there's two groups and they're both really nice, the group of 100 is getting it because they came out full
force. They rolled deep.
They rolled deep.
That's I mean, shit, that's how it goes.
But we want to see squads showing up, dude. Bring flags, like bang those flags during the rides, dude, and everything. Like music, dude. The louder, the cooler you are, bro.
Definitely, you gotta follow in NC Esk8's footsteps and jersey up.
You can get jerseys pretty cheap, dude. And it's all over. You can see exactly what that looks like. They still roll the same way.
Yep.
Like,
and then they got Josh Speed Wobbles that was racing on the mad wheels, dude, giving motherfuckers a run for their money on things, bro. Like, all right, dog, I see you. You got that.
I mean, and also having a handful of racers that are like,
good, bro.
Helps.
Yeah, Scabs is
because
good
it
too.
makes us go, who are it just draws our attention and goes, who the hell is that?
Yep. It was a good group.
Yeah,
good dudes.
I
so we
honestly
still talk to them. Like,
yeah,
they reach out. They are asking questions all the time. So
so now we have to engrave Flux Movement on there and NCE Skate, and then year 3.
We shall see.
It could be you.
I know it won't be a Vegas group, but that's okay.
It's not going to be a Vegas group because we don't have a group, really.
We are
our community group, in Vegas is not very
bunch of redheaded stepchilds.
Yeah, it's chaos. We tried, bro. We put our toes in the pond of our e-skate community, dude, and it just found out that it's just
and other people have tried, and it's the same thing. They ran into, like, we tried to tell them, like, I'm just warning you, this is what it's like here. Yeah, like, it just is what it is. It's a mix-mash pot of just randomness.
Do you think we can give the award to a same group 2 years in a row?
They earn
that's
it.
possible.
Why not?
Well,
they earn it?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
They shouldn't get disqualified
so then we're gonna promote that. Hey guys, you want it?
No,
thanks,
you have
thanks
to show
for
up.
participating. No, dude.
I mean, they obviously have
come
to
out
be
harder.
Yeah,
you know, if they come out harder, and I mean, nobody matched them, right? Obviously, they won. So if they came out and did the same thing, they're probably gonna get looked at right away. Like, you know, why wouldn't you?
Right. Yeah. It's hard for us to track though, so like keep in mind, like we have to like know that you guys are together.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why their bright pink and yellow jerseys help.
You know, show the whole crew off the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, there's tons of rides. Like,
we noticed
take
them.
pictures together, have fun together.
Like I feel like a lot of the California groups, they bleed together a little bit, so it's a little trickier.
It does get tricky.
It just looks like a bunch of people.
It's hard to know who's together, so y'all have to be really specific and like.
Like I know Kyle and I know his squad.
His squad's big, but it's a little. I would say it's a little fractured because you got different parts of California kind of all together, so they have to coordinate, get your jerseys, figure out so we all can feel like. I feel like Advanced Rider Division could have a chance at it this year.
They're going to
they come in pretty deep, but
they're going to be hard on the racetrack.
And they are too. They will.
You know, there's still a whole element of what are you like off the track.
Yep.
You know,
and if I catch you fucking drinking, you
will
be the main person that ruins it for your group, not winning that.
James is out tough on that.
Listen, stop. You guys are not allowed to drink at Esk8Con for many reasons, and if I have to sit here and common sense tell you guys why you shouldn't be drinking an e-skate, and then you just
it's just not even
it's crazy.
It's not
bro.
even.
And then we have permits and stuff that strictly say
Dude,
no
the
alcohol.
City will lose their mind, bro.
And if somebody gets my best friend's shit shut down, bro, we're fighting. Me and you, and
it's not even mine, dude. I feel like it's the community's
event. It's just gonna everything's gonna look bad. I'm the lucky one that gets to be in charge of security, so we will have security.
And we will have
site.
Security there.
They will be there to do their job, and this is one thing they will be looking for. They will ask you very kindly and respectfully the first time to get rid of it. They don't want to see it again. They will know because they're going to report to me as soon as they have to tell somebody, and I will know who you are, and I will be watching the rest of the weekend.
It wasn't too much of an issue last year.
No,
it was a handful, but it wasn't too bad.
But we've had it 2 years in a row now.
It's true.
So we had it year 1. And we got some shit for it, and we had to give some shit back. Year 2, we had it again. We got some shit for it, had to give shit back. Like, if we have to do this year 3, I'm not giving shit back. You're just gone.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to deal with it because you're out of there. You're going to ruin it for everybody.
And we're in Vegas, guys. Immediately after finishing up the event, there are 1,000 bars within a mile radius. Go have fun. Like, please, go enjoy Vegas.
Can't not drink for 4 or 5 hours, bro. Like, that's all I'm asking, dude. Just be a good human who doesn't need to consume a substance. You know what? You want to smoke some weed? Go right on ahead, dude.
Just, keep
that one.
Mike's gonna be quiet on that one.
Yeah, he will.
There's just
we just know alcohol breeds chaos, bro.
Yeah.
Alcohol is the
breeds
big one.
chaos. I'll say it one more time. Alcohol breeds chaos.
Well,
anyways, and that's our show, guys. No, I'm kidding.
No, it just comes down to just safety, guys. It's just. There's a reason why
there's kids on the track. There's first timers. There's people racing. Like, you don't want to be that guy that can't stand on your own board,
right?
You know, and you want to show off, like.
Yep. All right. Well, I mean, that might be it, guys. So we filled up a good hour, I think.
Well,
So I'm excited though. We've got a lot going on. Plan on 3 days, everybody. Please.
If you're not already subscribed, get on this channel. Get on all the social medias. Mainly Esk8Con and MBoards.
If you're on Facebook, please find the Esk8Con 2024
Tell us you're coming
page and say that you're going.
Yeah,
it helps people. If 6 people say they're going, people might be like, "Oh, that's lame," and then not
the ball
ever.
rolling.
Yeah.
Bring a friend. Find a friend who didn't go last year. Bring them with you.
Yeah. Reminder, if you have children under, we said 12 or 13?
Under 12, yeah.
Okay. I almost gave them 13.
12 and under. 12 and
bring them, please, like, don't bring a 19-year-old and tell us they're 12.
Yeah. Bring them, let them in for free.
If we've kind of talked about maybe this +1, like if you have your wife or husband that he doesn't want to participate, she doesn't want to participate, like, let us know if that's a factor. You know, like just send us an email and say, hey, my wife wants to come, but she's not gonna be doing anything. Like,
she's just
shoot us an email. And there will be some rules for those. Like no track time. You do not get the specific blah 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 blah. But like, we are trying to be as inclusive as we possible for everybody. So if that is a barrier of entry,
especially for kids,
if that's a barrier of entry, don't just assume, well, they can't just come, or I don't want to pay for it. Like, hit us up. We'll let us give us an opportunity to make it right for you.
We need to plan some sort of secondary event that's happening at the same exact time. All the kids.
We need a daycare, bro.
I tried last year with my little box.
Yeah.
My little box got ruined.
The little box will be gone. We're not using the
little boxes.
We need that room.
Yeah, we need the room for vendor booths now.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week.
Did we make our hour? We made our hour.
Oh, yeah. We made our hour this time.
Good job.
Hopefully with a little bit less drama next week.
Oh, we were fired up today.
Dude.
We also had an incident this morning.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We won't talk about that. We had our own incident this morning with somebody in the parking lot.
Dude. Don't worry about it. Just our neighbors are wild.
Over a toilet of all things. Get out of here, man.
Wild. Our neighbors.
Clean your own poo-poo platter.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
And we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Yep.